Salute, my lovelies. You've come to WCT, Witchy Chick Tea. Bring me your drama, your kink, your tea, and your twisted entanglements. Y'all know your witchologist ahvay is going to get you right with my personal intuition and that of my tarot cards. The emails y'all send me be lit, and I always keep it real with you guys. What the cards reveal may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Some of these emails are crazy as hell. So if you offend easily, this channel ain't for you. Kink, drama, tea. You ask, I answer. Also, we'll be doing our weekly zodiac readings. If you have a topic to discuss or need a reading, email me at witchychicktea@gmail.com. Now, baby, let's dig into these emails with my familiar big boy at my side. See what business is brewing up front, and then it's zodiac party in the back with weekly VIP readings. Up first, we have, and I hope I pronounce her name correctly, Zaya from Washington. Okay, my mother had me at 14. Now she's 32 and I'm 18. We stayed with my Grammy when I was little, but shit was still hard. I can remember living in an apartment with my mom and going to the store with the EBT card. It was hard, but we were making it. March on a few years and I'm 13. Mom started a YouTube channel and is doing well. We moved to a townhouse. A year later, she meets this lame. No job, no car. 9 months later, baby bro is here. Still, no job. He is a complete man-child. Mom done bought him 2 cars in the last 2 years. All he does is drink and smoke weed. To make matters worse, chick 5 doors down now has a baby by him. Mom is drinking thirsty juice and refused to see what we all do. He goes and comes as he please, using her money. Supposedly, he's off every other weekend to record an album. Yeah, right. I haven't seen or heard anything. And when he does rap around the house, he sounds like that Curtis Blow guy. Nobody does that style of rap anymore. He claims that he's partied with Jeezy and a few other ATL rappers. I think it's all a lie. Every time he's gone, my little baby bro asks, "Where's daddy?" Mom is like, "He's making his music so we'll be rich." Sure. ahvay, can you do something to wake her up? He's been gone 3 weeks now. Daddy's gone. Quite honestly, I hope he doesn't come back. Girl, bye. When I first read this, I said to myself, I said, oh my God, you know, I guess it's hard for a child to see the game that's clearly being played that the parent doesn't see. You know, you have to put some things in perspective. Because yes, these games are being played. Yes, you're the child. And of course, nothing you say is going to resonate in that person's mind. When you're caught up in that web of love, desire, and thirsty, you're blind as a damn bat. They've got to see it themselves. And when you mentioned that the girl down the street got a child by the same man, honey, I wanted to say, wow. I'd really like to take your mom and shake some sense into her. Because if this man has no job, but he's got time to go down the street and lay up with somebody and get them pregnant, wow. Wow, just wow. There isn't a cure for being stuck on stupid. The only thing that can happen is a person has to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then they'll make some decisions. That is the place that your mom needs to get to. And honey, unfortunately, she's not there. She's not there. There's nothing you can do or say that's going to get her there. Something drastic will have to happen that'll cause her to open her eyes and see reality for what it is. I suggest you work on you. Whether you're going to go to college or whatever goals you have for yourself, get to working on them. Potions, spells, curses, you don't want to mess with that. I keep telling y'all about the law of three. You're damning yourself when you mess with it. So no, hon, I'm not going to interfere. And neither should you. What's between them has started its course and it has to play out. You work on you. Work on the future you see for yourself and learn from her mistakes. Let's see what the cards have to say. The first card says, securing what's yours. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You've got to work on you. Because unfortunately, and I know that it's easier said than done, but you can't make grown people's situations your situation. You have to just do what you got to do. When you say you're 18, you got to start working on yourself, your plan. Because that situation is just a pot of boiling mess, and it's got to spill over. And I don't know what it's going to take to do that. You don't know what it's going to take. The next card says, emotionally immature man boy. And this is exactly what I'm saying. And you know it too, because you wrote into me. That situation, honest to God, and I don't understand why your mother hasn't seen it. Because once I read the email, I opened up to the situation, and I'm seeing a whole lot of things. Okay? And I don't understand, especially the pregnancy. There's nothing that you can possibly tell me, no excuse that you could conjure up as to how this chick got pregnant 5 doors down. So you went outside to collect the newspaper and just miraculously wound up on her doorstep? Come on. All I can say is do you. You got to work on you. The third card says, rethink your actions. Use your time wisely. Take time. See, everything that I'm getting out of this, and even the cards have said it, you've got to do what you got to do for you. Worrying about this situation is not for you. It's not on you. I know it's hard to do because that's your mom, but you got to let it go. Got to let it go. Up next, we have Mel from Jersey City. Ahvay, I have a situation. I met this chick online. She's hot. We've talked and exchanged pictures. She came to my house last week to do it. I was naked and waiting. Now I know I'm not a big man, but it's the technique, right? Well, she came in, took one look at my little man, and claimed she had a stomachache and had to go to the bathroom. I believe I heard a chuckle, and she was on the phone. When she came out, she said she caught her monthly and called an Uber. Ahvay, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. I don't understand. Why can't women understand that it's not the size? If she would have given me a chance, I could make her holler. I'm considering getting surgery. Do you think this will help them stay? Do you have any advice on what I can do besides surgery? Sweetie. You know, there's a number of things not right here. First off, I don't think that it's just your little man that ran off, okay? Nobody actually says do it. in this day and age. That gives me a little insight into your personality. I feel instead of just working on getting a larger penis, what you need to do is work on yourself, okay? Your confidence and your presentation. You need to work on those things. Now, as to the surgery, I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. If this is something you want to do it. But understand this. Whenever you start changing things in your body, make sure you're doing it for all the right reasons, okay? And those right reasons are your reasons. Don't change anything to appease someone else. You make changes because you want to change, because you don't like it, or you want to fix it, to please yourself. I want you to seriously start working on yourself. Be real with yourself. Look at your overall appearance. What do you need to do? Maybe you need to start cutting your hair in a certain way or manscape. Getting into yourself. Because when you meet people face to face, anyone can be anybody online. But when you meet someone face to face, you can't hide. You're you, and they have to be able to accept that. But you also have to be able to accept that. So before you start talking surgery, let's get into yourself first and get comfortable with yourself. Build up that confidence in yourself, because I hear a big lack of self-confidence, self-worth. Okay? And now let's take it to the cards. The first card says, beware, sneaky. And see, what that's telling me right there is that you're doing all of this for the wrong reason. You're trying to get these women that you've met online, and you're talking about doing this surgery and trying to change yourself. And it's cautioning you, because for the simple fact, whenever you have to change yourself to appease somebody else, that means that person is superficial. That person is not a good person. They're at least not a good person for you, a good fit for you. There's something about them that's off if they need you to change yourself in order for you to be with them. So therefore, no. Back away. Beware. You do what you want to do for you, not for somebody else. The second card says, now it says marry me, but again, like I told you, these cards have different meanings. So it's not marry me, like I'm saying, hey, marry me. You need to marry yourself. And when I'm saying that, what I'm saying is you've got to fall in love with you. You've got to get that unity with you. You understand? That's first and foremost. Before you can be anything for anybody else, you've got to be it for yourself. And that's what you need to do. You need to fall in love with yourself. You understand? It's the unity, that oneness with self. And that's what you need. The last card says, figure it out. And that's just what I've been saying. You've got to take time. You've got to get into self. You've got to look at yourself in the mirror. If there are things that you see that you want to change, not for some chick, not for some ass, not for any of that. It's got to be for you. Okay? And I want you to really take that time and get into yourself and hit me back. Up next, we have Jason from Florida. Ahvay, we need help. My husband and I have lived in this house for 5 years. It was 15 years old when we bought it. Lately, my husband and I have been watching these haunting movies and found this TV series, A Haunting. Well, I went for a 2-day convention with my job and came home to horror. Without my knowledge, while I was gone, my husband downloaded this app called Ghostbox. I hadn't been home for more than an hour when I heard 3 knocks coming from the wall in the great room. I put it out of my mind, saying it must be the AC system. I showered and I was cooking when my husband came home. He looked wrecked I asked him what was going on, and I swear, before I could finish speaking, a plate sailed across the room by itself and smashed into the wall. I looked at him, shocked. And that's when he spilled his guts and told me about the damn app. He said he wanted to see if any spirits was in the house that wanted to talk. I was mad as fuck. Why would he do this without discussing it with me first? That was the last thing that happened for a few days. But 3 days ago, things got crazy. Things were moving by themselves, knocking in the walls, odd, creepy moaning coming from nowhere and everywhere. Please, what can we do to end this? We had to go to a hotel because our friends and family are scared we'll bring it to them. You know, sugar, I got a bad vibe the moment I clicked on this email. No, 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 hon. No, no, not that ghost box. This is not the first time that I've heard of this about that very same app. Let me tell you something. There are millions of people that love horror movies and things of that nature. If you do not really know what you're getting into, you cannot entertain these things. Now, you stated that you had the house for 5 years, but the house is 15 years old. With that being said, y'all don't know what could have happened on that land before the house was built. Y'all may not know exactly what happened in the house before you guys took possession. So by playing with that ghost box, you've opened yourself up and you've opened the door for things to come in. For entities, bad energies, all types of things to come in. You understand? Whenever you address the situation that's going on in your house that's not normal, you're acknowledging it. Speaking to it is giving it the right to enter from their reality into our reality. It's just like letting a vampire in by saying, yes, you may enter. Now you've got this stuff going on and you've got to get rid of it. What I want you to do, I want you to email me, mark urgent and help, as soon as you hear this show. Email me and I'll send you in the right direction of what to do and who to contact. Because this is something more, and I don't feel that smudging is going to work. It may calm it down for a little while, but you're going to need someone that's experienced to come into that house and clean it out. Also, you need to tell him to delete that damn app, okay? As soon as possible. Email me, and I'll get you right. Let's see what the cards have to say. The first card says adrift. And see, with that, when you get bored, people tend to do things. And now you guys are in a situation because he opened up the app, he talked to it, he invited whatever in, your friends and family. I get that. And what I want you to understand with that, don't be upset with them because people are scared, okay? People are scared of things that they don't understand. And you guys are telling people all this shit is going on in y'all house. Hell yeah, the average person is scared as hell. No, 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 you ain't bringing that here. So now you guys are adrift. You're not comfortable. You're not settled into your home as you was before. This has got to be a learning lesson. And that's what that card is telling you. It's got to be a learning lesson. Because now you guys are adrift. You guys are unsettled. And it shouldn't be this way. The next card says, best strip clubs in the USA. And again, like I said, these cards have different meanings. Now, what that means is that when you guys entered into this thing, well, you didn't enter it, but your husband did. He thought it was for a good reason. He thought that he was going to talk to some spirits and hopefully, connect with something that really wanted to talk, wanted to tell their story or whatever. So he did not go into it with bad intentions. You understand? He had that gleefulness. He was happy. He was jovial. And I picked that up. He was jovial when he began this journey. And see, that's what, when they say best strip joint, when you go to a strip joint, you're happy, So that's where this is coming off at. And it's letting you know that he did not do this with malice. That's what that card is saying. And that's what I'm picking up right now. He did not do it with malice. But It's just like at that strip club. Once you done spent your money, you're going home broke and basically alone. So, what have you really gotten out of this? You understand? You've got that emptiness. You've got that disappointment. So, this is what that card is saying. It's talking about the emotions, okay? The happiness and then that other sadness. And so, this is where you guys are at least where he's at. The next card says, get it done. And what that means is just what I said. Y'all have got to get this thing under control. I would say go into the house and smudge it. But again, from what I'm picking up, I don't think that's going to do it all. Again, it may calm it down. And let me warn you with that. When you... Hold on a minute. Okay. I'm getting that you are trying to contact a local reverend or preacher to come in and bless. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is beyond that. I'm telling you, you have to have somebody that's experienced in this type of thing. And I promise you, email me. I will get you in contact with the right person, because this is what will happen. You bring someone in and they're not really equipped to handle this. It will settle for a minute, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back with a vengeance. So do not, this is what I'm saying. You don't want to play with things that you do not know of. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to wait for you to email me. When I'm done with the show today, I'm going to email you. So please look out for that. Okay? Up next, we have Mary from ATL. My husband and I have been married for 8 years. Now we have pretty good jobs which afford us to live lavishly. Due to our careers, we decided to hold off on having children. Now I'm ready, and it seems he's coming up with all types of excuses. I can't keep holding off. I'm getting older, and I've told him this. He sent me and my girlfriends on a 7-day cruise. He told me to take this time to really think about having children and how it would impact our lives. The day we docked, I told my husband that I would be spending the night at my friend's house and then come home in the morning, seeing as how she lived near the pier. However, she and her man got into it, so I decided to go home. I took an Uber. Imagine my shock when I walked into the backyard, only to see my husband sitting at the edge of the pool and the pool boy in the pool between his legs, sucking his dick. I went the fuck off. So this is why I can't have a fucking baby, because this twink is sucking them all out of him. This is some bullshit. After a shouting match of epic proportions, I left and went to a hotel, where I am currently residing today. I'm so mad. I can't think straight. My friends say I should divorce him. I don't want to make a quick decision in anger and then regret it. What do you think I should do? First off, hon, no one can tell you what to do. This is a situation that you have to seriously sit down and give it some major thought, because the answer is already within you. You already know what you want to do. Now you've caught your husband with this man, so the marriage vows have already been broken. And then you've discovered this secret that honestly, he's been holding on for probably his whole life. Again, you have to think, what is it that you're willing to put up with? Because if you do decide to stay, you must know that he's not going to stop with these men. And if you have this child, it's not going to be like he's a willing parent. So at this point, you really need to make some decisions. And quite honestly, I've stated your subconscious already knows. It already knows what's happening. You just need to face reality and be real with yourself. these situations, I know they're very painful, they're very hurtful, but you have to truly kind of block out the outside interference, and you've got to take that me time and really come up with your own plan, come up with your own answers. And these got to be answers and plans that you can live with. Because at the end of the day, it's not me, it's not your friends that's going to live with those consequences, it's you. So you have to really do what you need to do for you. And I'm glad that you're in that hotel, because what you need to do while you're there is maybe even turn that phone off and really get into that me time, okay? Let me know what you decide. The first card says home uprising. And this is what I'm saying. Your home is in total disarray right now. And the only way to get things settled is first you have to get settled. You have to get your mind into a place that you are comfortable. Hurt, nobody can tell you, don't, you ain't gonna hurt. Oh, stop hurting. Because that's something that's got to ride its course. Any upset like that, and any heartbreak like that, anybody will hurt. And that hurt, you've got to go through it. Unfortunately, you got to go through it. But go through it correctly, okay? And when I say correctly, let's not turn to drugs. Let's not booze it up. Let's not try to do the same thing. What you need to do is calm your energies, calm everything down. Take it to a level that you can start to think realistically for yourself. And that's why I say you might have to turn that phone off, because you don't really need people in your ear. Okay? You've got to decide. You got to make these decisions. And you can do it. The next card says seeking psychics. And with that, all that means, not that you're actually really seeking a psychic like Mrs. Cleo or myself if you want. What it means is that what you're doing is you're seeking for answers. And this is why you're talking to so many different people, and I'm getting that. I'm picking that up. There's so many different people in your ear, and that's no good. That's no good at all. None. You have to cut out the chit chatter, because it's like, I don't know if you ever heard static, like when you're turning the dial on the radio and you hear the static. That's what all of that's like. And all those different energies, everybody got something to say, but they're not the ones going through it. So how are they giving you the right advice if they're not the ones that's feeling the pain that you're feeling? You understand? So that's why I'm telling you, you've got to dial it back. You've got to dial it back. And you've got to put it in perspective, put it in a place that you can deal with. And that means cutting everybody off and really getting into what you need to get into for yourself, so that you can make clear decisions, okay? The next card says, get it together. And I do believe that. And I believe you will get it together. I don't pick up anything that's telling me that you won't. Again, unfortunately, you're going to have to go through that hurt. Okay? Let me know what you decide. Hit me back. And now, guys, it is time for our zodiac party in the back. These readings are based on the week it's read. As energies are changing constantly, readings change. So let's get into this. Our VIP zodiac sign this week is Cancer. This week, Cancer, your spirit animal is that of the moth. Okay? So you're in sync with that of the moth. That is your spirit animal. Your energy is in sync with planet Mars. Your romantic aura says that you're settling. So this week, your romantic aura is saying that you're settling. Your financial direction is we're hiring. So there's some jobs out there that are looking for the particular skills that you have. Now, you may not be happy in your current job, so what that's telling you is it's time to do a job search. It's time to move on. There's something in your future coming up in employment. You need to be cautious and stand dependable, strong and dependable. So that's what you need to do. Whatever situation that's going on that may be lingering, it might be pulling you in different directions. You need to stand strong, okay? And you need to embrace and watch your friends. So what I'm getting from this, there's a situation that's going on. And you need to stand strong, but you need to watch your friends because some of these friends have something to do with this situation that's bothering you. Okay? So you need to watch that. And your chakra for this week, your chakra stone is the third eye. And again, that's what I'm saying. You need to be careful. You need to watch your friends. You know, not everybody that we call a friend is really a friend. So you really want to be cautious. Sometimes being quiet and just sitting back and letting things play out, you'll see more than what you think you will. Because everybody has a little bit of intuition in them. And I'm telling you, that hooting and hollering, going Medea is wonderful, but sometimes you gotta sit back and be quiet, watch and listen. And you'll see a lot more things unfold that you didn't see before. Okay? And now, for our daily tea. Never change yourself to appease another. If you think you're lacking, then by all means do what you desire to make you happy. Your happiness is the end game. Leave the unknown alone. Horror is good for movies, but not so much when it spills into your everyday life. Beware of what you invite in. Adult situations shouldn't touch children, but unfortunately it does more often than not. And those who lay witness to such situations, make them your study guide as what not to do. Hidden truths are usually hard to deal with once they're exposed. Your future is yours alone. Never let anyone sway your decisions. With that said, give much thought to your actions, for you are the one who has to live with the consequences. With that said, if you have a bizarre situation or simply some drama and need to give voice to it, email me. And now, I have some private sessions. I'm off to do an energy cleanse. I will see you guys next time. Guys, we are growing. We've changed the direction of the show to give you what you need, want, and desire. If you have a situation you don't want to discuss on the show, email me marked private and help. I cover all things from relationships to haunts. If you need help, you found it. Keep these emails coming. Hit that subscribe button and join the WCT fam.